Everybody, it's anime world here, and we're back again with what if Deku was reborn to Wakfu, part 6. So we left off when at Amanda and Evangeline were going to the tree, and while they were going inside, they were just talking until Evangeline saw she was having imaginations, seeing a tree in front of her with the king in it, and then the king was gone. She doesn't know what's going on. Then a hole under them disappears, and then they start falling. So I'm just gonna skip this part because it's all not even real. I'm just gonna Evangeline cracks the code that the tree of life was the one who was playing mind games with them. So both Evangeline, Amanda, and the king were just asleep in the tree. Now Evangeline's awake. So she sees the tree of life in front of her, and she sees that the tree of life is a little kid that's covered in a tree with white eyes. And she doesn't know what the heck happened. She does know what happened, but she doesn't know why the tree of life looks like this. But she doesn't matter. She doesn't care. So that's when they find the Sedita King, and they free him. The tree of life frees him from his endless dream. And Amanda and Evangeline tell him everything that has happened, and he believes them. So he goes out of the tree, the world tree, or whatever I called it last episode, and the prince, he's badly beaten by the little blue guy, because the little blue guy, he's pretty good. He's pretty good at throwing hands, and that's when the king says stop. I still don't know the prince's name. I'm sure they'll call him Prince. And yeah, the king says that the prince should stop. And yeah, he stops and says that we need to prepare for Nox. And the prince says, you actually believe this nonsense? And then the king says, enough of that. You people's bickering is getting annoying now. We need to be ready for Nox. Now let's go. Meanwhile, Dally, he's having a little trouble. Since he left, he's in the desert, not knowing what to do. So Dally's like, oh, so hot. My skin's starting to turn dark. I still can't believe I buried Rubelax. It's good anyway. He's been hurting way too many people. I'm glad I buried him with my shirt. And that's when Dally sees some kind of temple. And that's when he goes in and he sees a grave. And that's when he remembers that's where his master was buried in. And he says, Master Gultard, what am I supposed to do? I betrayed my friends. I lost one friend. I don't know what to do anymore. And that's when Master Gultard get out of his grave, and Dally's like, what the hell? Wait, you're alive? And Master Gultard's like, no, I'm not alive. And yeah, that's where they do their reunion, and that. And Gultard Dally tells him everything about Nox and Hugo and dragons and war. And yeah, Gultard believes him because he's been through all that. So Gultard wants to train up Dally because he thinks Dali's been slacking off on his training. So he wants to build up Dali's muscles. So Rubelax comes out of nowhere trying to fight Dali, but Master Gultard destroys Rubelax with he just swipes the air, and like how Meliodas did in season 1, and a shockwave happens, and Rubelax is no more, taking over that animal. So Master Gultard frees Rubelax from his sword, and Rubelax, or Ruby, as I like to call him, is now free, and Master Gultard says, Rubelax, I want you to fight Dali. And Ruby's like, oh, finally, thank you, Master Gultard. Ugh, I miss the old days where we both were together. Now I'm with this blubbering idiot, but now I get to fight him? Thank the heavens. Then Dali's like, hey! Then they start fighting. Dali's losing, nearly dying. Then that's when Dali's eyes turn white. And, whoops. That's when Dali, he's about to die. His eyes turn white, and I think his eyes turn white, and then his body starts controlling it on his own, defeating Rubelax, and now finally taming him. And that's when meanwhile he tames Rubelax, he goes get his shirt, and he doesn't put it on he doesn't wear it, he makes it a cape. So he starts running over to the others, to the city, the kingdom again. Meanwhile, Raul, he's bored, so he gets out of prison and leaves, because, he took on a dragon and nearly defeated it. I'm pretty sure he can get out of a prison. So he hears someone coming, and he leaves quickly. So, but, it wasn't actually anyone special. It was just Amanda, and she says that, of course, he was able to escape. Knowing him, he probably went back home. Okay, let's get ready. He'll be back, that's for sure. So they get ready, and Evangeline is looking for Dali, but she doesn't find Dali. She finds one of the enemy, and then they start fighting while she's running away to a house, and she gets trapped in and goes to the roof. But since she's about to fall by the enemy, Dali comes and just kicks the enemy away, saying, you're not going anywhere near her. And that's when Hugo comes on top of the enemy and used 2 of his portals to make I'm just going to call a portal blast. Yeah. And that's when Evangeline comes and uses her plans to put him to the ground, destroying him. And Dali and Hugo, they have their moment, and then they have their moment, and they say Evangeline says it's not the time, we gotta go. And then while they see that Nox is coming with his giant robot, they're like, we gotta stop him. Then they go, but Evangeline says that, Dali, wait, I need to ask you something. Then Dali's like, what? And then honestly, I don't say those stuff, so just go to the anime and see what happens with them. So they leave, and by the way, the anime is on Netflix, so go check it out. So they leave, and then while they're going, something fast, breaking the sound barrier, flies right through them, and they're like, what the hell? And then this guy in the armor is destroying the enemy easy like it's nothing. Better than Google Hologram did. And while Dali comes, he goes helping him and says, "Who are you?" And a guy in the armor says, "It's me, Deku." And then Dali says, "Oh, Deku, it's you. Okay, let's start fighting. We gotta help out the others." And Deku says, "Okay." That's when Nox is mad because his men are losing, so he sends out his robot. And that's when the robot comes, kind of defeating Deku, but Deku's still strong and completely destroying Dali. But Dali's still kicking in, like Naruto. So the guy, the monster, he's getting mad. If robots can get mad, Nox can, but nah, I don't think so for him because he doesn't have a mouth. So the robot starts to destroy everything with purple bombs. So Amanda is getting mad, and also the Tree of Life is getting mad. He's getting so pissed off that he controls Amanda and starts fighting with her body and destroys the robot. Destroys the robot. Like a green giant light comes with tons of plants just going all over the place. And the king sees this, saying that the princess needs our help. Let's go, men. Then the king just uses a staff and hits the ground, and lightly, and tons of leaves or vines. I've been calling them leaves this whole time. Tons of vines are going to the robot or monsters. I don't know. I haven't watched it, and destroys all of them. And the prince and the king are just laughing. Mostly the king, and then all the trees are now destroyed since the Tree of Life was protecting the others, except for Deku because he's got his armor. They see everything's been destroyed, and Amanda and the Tree of Life are crying. Now Amanda's body's back to her, and she starts going on the ground crying. While Nox's ship comes, so they all start. So Deku, Hugo, and Adamai go on the ship to find Nox. And that's when Dali starts fighting the robot, the one over here. And he can't win, so he Ginny quips into Rubalax. And he's making a little progress. But, I mean, his speed is down. His speed is so down. So he's losing. That's when the robot was gonna send a giant purple blast over to Evangeline, and Dali blocks it. The monster's coming. Dali blocks it, and he's hurt. Now Dali, his body is on the ground, severely hurt. He's about to die, and Dali's like, "If I live, I'll become a hero. But if I die, I'll become a legend." And Vanji's like, "No, you're not gonna die. Stop talking like an idiot." And that's when Adamai comes, because he sensed it, and the Hugo and Deku sensed it as well. And Hugo goes running to Nox crying as well. But Adamai comes, and the robot was about to send another purple blast, but Hugo, he sends a fire ball, a fire roar, and just because of that, he had to use all of his strength, so Adamai falls on the ground. And now Amanda gives Evangeline her bow and gives it energy. That's when Evangeline's arrow is so powered up, it can destroy the robot, but it still wasn't strong enough. So Raoul comes. Wrong picture. That's the old one. This is the new one. And Raoul uses his drill coming and destroys the robot easily. So now they're all waiting for Hugo to beat Nox. So Hugo he's fighting Nox. Well, intensely because he's mad that Dali's dead now. So he and Nox are fighting, but Nox is winning because of his time movement, time skip. Now Deku's now fighting him, and Deku's actually flying through the time skip. He's so fast, he's going through the time skip. And Nox is mad because he's the third person who could have done that. So that's when Adamai comes and fighting Nox now, and Deku's a little bit confused because he can't fight Nox with his time stopping abilities. So Adamai doesn't care and still keeps fighting, and he's actually going through the time stop. And Nox is mad because now he's the fourth person to do it. And wait, no, he's the fourth person to do it. I don't know, it doesn't sound right. I don't know. He's the fourth person to do it. So now he's mad. And that's when Adamai says, Hugo now. And Hugo starts punching Nox in the belly. But Nox teleports out of there. And then Hugo starts fighting Nox intensely. The battle is amazing. And that's when they're both actually doing really good. And Nox is mad because now he's the fifth person to do it. He can't believe that a kid is actually going through his time stop. First it was some old man, and now it's a kid. And now they're both fighting, and Deku and Hugo, they go fighting Nox, and they both punch him in the face, and he's messed up, mad, and destroyed. His body's destroyed. So now Nox is saying, damn you all. Then he teleports to the Elia Cube, and then he uses the power of Hugo, Deku, and the tree, and a little bit of Google holograms, wakfu, all of their wakfu together, and teleports, tries to rewind time back to his family. They have some time until they die again. But it doesn't work. Only went back a few minutes. Then he was so confused and was mad, and then said that, is it possible that the tree wasn't actually that strong? Then he was getting really mad. He was pissed. And then Deku and Hugo were gonna punch him again, since this is rewind few minutes. So or maybe a few seconds, and then they punch him again, and then Nox is flung back of the ship because he's more damaged, because his body was still the same since he was the one who did the rewind. So now he's outside in some rubble. Now he got out, and the other Sedita warriors were coming to him and going to kill him for the last time, because Nox was out of energy. I think if robots lose energy, no, forget it. I'm not getting into Dragon Ball. Then Hugo teleports behind Nox and says, everyone stop, I want to handle this. But before he can do it, Nox just teleports out of there and says, next time I'll win. Just watch me, stupid kid. And Deku's severely injured, saying, we'll see about that, Nox. Then next day comes, and everyone's having a good time, celebrating that they won the war. And Evangeline's a little bit sad that Dali's dead, and Deku goes to Hugo saying that, Hugo, I need your help. And then Hugo and Adamai and Deku go to a time vault, I'm gonna call it, where the Seditas keep all their trophies. And that's when Hugo says, I need you to use the Helio Cube, use its power for me to teleport to my homeland. And Hugo's like, wait, what? now? And then Deku says, yes. Then Hugo says, okay. And Adamant says, okay. That's when they both use the Yui Cube's power to summon a portal. And Deku says, imagine a house really big that's gray with a woman in there with green hair and some people outside. They thought of it and the portal appeared. And then Deku says, goodbye, everyone. And they all say goodbye. And Deku goes in the portal. And once he goes out of it, he sees his mom. And they both have a reunion in the actually the hospital. And the doctors say that finally you're up. And Deku says, how long have I been out in the hospital? Weird. Then the doctors are like, you've been out for 2 weeks. And Deku's like, so the time here and the time in the other world are really the same. And that's where I'm going to leave it off. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like the video, subscribe, and peace.